try and kill you. He's a guy that gives me a hard time. And, well, you know, I can't believe you're coming over from the other side of the river. These know sometimes you'll get a hard time. And he used to beat me up on my she's special. Karen, you met Susan?
Side?
West. We got a seat for you right down here. Doc is going to be in the middle. Dave is going to be nearest the podium, and I'll build it. All right, I'll let her know. Yeah, okay. Oh, there she is. You're all right. Thank you for coming this afternoon. We're here today to introduce our new head coach of our Division I men's hockey program. But before we do that, I want to express sincere gratitude to Coach Graham and Coach Vines. They have done a terrific job of keeping our program moving and doing all the right things. And so, guys, thank you so much. And they're continuing to do it, by the way. And then our wonderful student athletes that are up front here, they've just been magnificent throughout this whole process. And so thank you so much for that. And I'd also like to thank the people who participated in the interviewing process and help us to find our new leader. I've hired a lot of coaches in 30 years in this business, and this is by far the most comprehensive and most exhaustive search that I've ever been involved with. And that's a credit to the university, and that's a credit to my team in the athletic department. It's a credit to the alumni of the hockey program, and despite what the media says, I spoke to a lot of alums from the hockey program. Community leaders, season ticket holders. We also have student leaders here. I see Paul is here from our student leaders organization. So we had a student constituency group that made up of current student athletes and our grand marshal and the president of the Rensselaer Student Union. We also had members of my colleagues here from the cabinet. So I see Prabhat, our provost, is here. Our VP for .CIO is here. John Wexler, our VP, is also here for enrollment, and others who are really sensing the importance of this hire. And finally, I want to say that Parker Executive Search did a tremendous job in facilitating. They did not hire. Dr. Jackson hired, but they facilitated the search process, and that was really significant to the point that we had over 170 applicants, 20 semifinalists, and of course, all of you know we had 4 finalists come to campus for the visit. Thank you for your participation in this important process. And now, I will ask the 18th president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, the Honorable Shirley Ann Jackson, to come to the podium, and let's give her a warm applause.
Well, good afternoon. As I begin, I too want to add my thank you first to our athletes. You know, this has a big impact on you, on your lives. And I also want to thank as well our assistant coaches. You know, transitions are always a challenge, and it takes the right people. And so I want to especially thank you. And let me thank all of you for coming, and thank you to everyone who helped us to find the right person to lead the engineers. As you well know and would imagine, we are very proud of our Division I men's hockey program. We're proud because our players excel on the ice, but not just on the ice, but also in the classroom, where they achieve and they achieve in a very rigorous academic curriculum with an average GPA of 3.2. And so this is something that we are very proud of. And although our players face intense demands on their time in combining a Division I sport and the rigors of a Rensselaer education, they also excel in community service, contributing their time to Habitat for Humanity, the Autism Society, the Special Olympics, and other important causes. And as you know, at Rensselaer, we have worked hard to build platforms worthy of these remarkable student athletes, investing over $100 million in creating the East Campus Athletic Village. And I do want to remind everyone that the Houston Fieldhouse is the anchor of the East Campus Athletic Village. And this village offers strength and conditioning and sports medicine facilities inside the Fieldhouse and outside the Fieldhouse for our athletes, as well as investing $13 million in renovating significant parts of this venerable Houston Fieldhouse where the engineers play, including the locker rooms. And next fall, this coming fall, we actually will be launching a new capital campaign, one focus of which will be raising another $20 million to further improve the Houston Fieldhouse, including the addition of a practice area for warming up before the game. I also personally have committed to some upgrades that we will be commencing shortly to the Houston Fieldhouse before we even launch the campaign. And, you know, that's because of what our team deserves. And our Division I men's hockey team deserves something even more from us, and that is a great new coach, which we have found in David Smith. Now, he comes to us from Canisius College in Buffalo, New York, where he was the head hockey coach from 2005 until now, and so we're taking him away. And I have to tell you that there, they worked hard to keep him, but he knew the right place to come. And, you know, at Canisius, Coach Smith built the men's ice hockey program to a number 25 ranking among Division I NCAA men's ice hockey teams. In 2013, he led his team to the Atlantic Hockey Championship and its first appearance ever in the NCAA Division I tournament. In 4 out of the past 5 years, the team reached the Final Four of the Atlantic Hockey Tournament. And this year, the team was the Atlantic Hockey regular season champion, a first for the program, with a 21-11-7 record. And Mr. Smith was named the Atlantic Hockey Coach of the Year. Now, I want to take a bit of diversion for you, because when he began the program, he had to build it from scratch. He had to make a way out of no way. They did not even have a hockey rink to practice in, to play in, and had to use a community rink. And so for him to have built this program to a top 25 program, and since they've had their own rink, a winning record, and then you've heard me give some details, that impressed us here. In addition, Canisius has received national attention because the student athletes that Mr. Smith has coached have consistently ranked among the best in the country, and 33 of them have gone on to sign professional contracts. His players also have earned many all-academic accolades, and they have maintained the highest average GPA of any team at Canisius College. But Mr. Smith, now you have to do it here. Now, Coach Smith earned his bachelor's degree in journalism and public relations from the Ohio State University, as they like to say, in 1992, where he was captain of the Ohio State men's hockey team. In fact, was named the most valuable player in his senior year. Now, before beginning his coaching career, David Smith signed with the New York Rangers of the National Hockey League and played 6 seasons playing professional hockey. He was named Canisius head coach on April 15, 2005, after serving the previous 3 seasons as the associate coach, and recruiting coordinator at Mercyhurst College. He also spent time as an assistant coach with Bowling Green and Miami University of Ohio. These were not exactly slacker institutions athletically and academically. He is a native of Arthur, Ontario, and he was instrumental in guiding Mercyhurst to 2 league championships and 2 NCAA Division I tournament appearances in his 3 seasons with the Lakers. Now, we believe that his great gifts as a communicator, his empathy for his players, his management skills, his willingness to guide, his creativity, and of course, importantly, his intense focus on winning, will allow him to serve as a guide and a role model for our students, in whom we also encourage such intellectual agility and breadth. And so we are confident that he will do the job we need and bring the winning change we need here at this great crossroads that we refer to today as the new Polytechnic. And in doing so, he will take the engineers to new heights. Coach Smith and his wife, Dr. Susan Smith, please stand and be recognized. A faculty member at the University of Buffalo, whose own father was a professional NHL player. Have 2 daughters, Ellis and Kylie. So ladies and gentlemen, it is a delight to welcome Coach David Smith and his family to Rensselaer and the Rensselaer family. Coach Smith.
I don't know how much I have left to say. I think Dr. Jackson said a lot of it, and my focus will be absolutely on looking forward. But before we do that, Dr. Jackson, thank you. Thank you for your leadership at RPI. Thank you for providing my family and I this opportunity to move to the capital region and to lay some roots down here. Thank you very much for that. Dr. McElroy, thank you for your leadership in this search and helping select me. We're very happy with that, so thank you very much to you. The committee, Curtis Powell was very instrumental. I know I saw Curtis here. Thank you very much, Curtis, and the people that were involved in the committee. I think I met everybody on RPI during that day. There was a large group of them. It was mentioned before, but Nolan and Brian are, it's a tough spot. I've been in their shoes, and everyone here has issued to me how class those guys are. We see it from our staff at Canisius, my former staff at Canisius. We know that they're on the road working hard on behalf of RPI, and I know that we'll get a chance to spend some time together, but thank you for continuing the ship on the path. Thanks to the media for coming. Thanks to the alumni that are here. Thank you to the players. I got to spend a little bit of time in the interview process with the players, and they believe in RPI, they believe in the hockey program, and I'm excited to learn from them and as well and to run forward and hit the ground running. So that's exciting. Thank you guys for coming. It's also great, Dan Fridgen's here. Dan coached here a while ago, as he mentioned to me, talking with him. He's the former coach. And what I've found, and he's a conduit to my information here, spending time at RPI is special. It's a transition, to use Coach Fridgen, to the alumni. I've spent a couple days connecting and conversing with them. Every single person is passionate, very passionate about their RPI experience, and in particular the RPI hockey team. And it's exciting for me to be the leader of that hockey club. The question came up all the time, why RPI? And to me, it was a very difficult decision to leave Canisius on something that we were very proud that we had built. But it was very easy to look at the strengths of RPI, the history, the traditions. I really am excited to see the hockey line. I'm excited to be a part of the Big Red Freakout. By name alone, it's a special event. Reading the players' comments from the past, that's going to be great. The game environment, this is a classic building. I was just informed earlier, like Mike Tyson's been here, WWF, when it was WWF, WWE's been here. But our goal is to get this place, our goal is to get this place rocking for the hockey crowds, get this place moving for the hockey crowds. The ECAC, and good luck to Harvard today, playing in the national semifinal, representing the ECAC. And speaking with Commissioner Hagwell from the ECAC, teams in 5 of the last 6 Frozen Fours, 2 of the national champions, right? So if we can gain success in our league, we can be on the biggest stage of all, which is playing today and playing Saturday, and that's the goal. That's the goal. I think Dr. Jackson made it very clear that winning is part of every sentence when we're talking about RPI hockey. For me, and it was mentioned, I'm from a little wee town in Ontario, a town called Arthur, that I'm very proud of, and it's a farming community. And for me, and when I go home, they ask, you know, what does a hockey coach do at the Division I level? And I tell them, I'm a farmer. I'm still a farmer. I didn't really grow up on a farm, but we're in a farming community. And what farmers do is they make conditions right for growth, right? You can't grow grass on this cement floor. You can try, right? So my job is to make conditions right for growth here with the RPI hockey program. It doesn't matter where we are or where we start, we want to grow. We grew for 12 consecutive years at Canisius, and we're hoping to grow for a long, long time here at RPI. I've been fortunate to be part of championships as a player and as a coach, and that is something that really unites a campus and a community and an organization, a team. Here we're going to take the passion that already exists, and we're going to try and unite that to help that be part of the spark that gets us where we want to go on the ice. And the passion is there for that. It's going to take energy. We have a lot of emotional energy. We've heard about it. We've read it. There's a lot of emotion. We need to channel that emotional energy. We need to put some physical energy in it. And we need to attack this one day at a time. And to follow up that energy statement, that's across all platforms. That's the students, that's the alum, that's the community, it's the media, it's our families, and all the people that touch and are touched by RPI hockey. I have an acronym that I like, that I did share with some people, and I think it's appropriate based on Dr. Jackson's comments about winning. And it's WIN. That's what this is about, it's WIN. But WIN stands for what's important now. And right now, it's very simple. We want to be great at this press conference. We want to, accommodate the media. We want to make sure we get to know the players. We want to continue getting familiar with the area. And step by step by step, if we keep treating what's important now with the value that it deserves, then we will be champions across all platforms. So that's exciting. We get to stand up here in suits. I see these guys down here. I don't know how many press conferences they've been to. It'll be fun for us when we get to go in the locker room and talk hockey and talk academics and talk about the lifestyle of an RPI hockey player. So thank you, Dr. Jackson. Thank you, Dr. McElroy. Thank you to the RPI community. I look forward to the challenges that are ahead, and I look forward to the support that we get from this group and beyond. Thank you.
Dave, Dr. Jackson and I have something we want to present you with. Hopefully it's the right size. Turn it around, Dave, but your name is on the back here. There you go. All right, he's officially welcome as a member of the Rensselaer family. We will take any questions, Dr. Jackson or Dave or myself will take any questions from the audience. I know what the media wants, they're gonna want one-on-ones, but any questions from the audience for us? Yes, please. I didn't quite hear his question. Yeah, okay.
So I think the question, I'll just repeat it, make sure I'm on the right path and everybody hears it. You're asking about the financial commitment from RPI towards the hockey program. Is that correct? Yeah. I can tell you, again, sometimes when you're in the job search, you look around in places that begin the news. You look online, you look in the newspaper articles, and that's what has been written. And it was a concern on phase one of my interest in RPI. As I moved further along and I was able to recognize the interest from RPI in me, I started to dig deeper around the country. What are the budgets with the other head coaches? And it's important that we have that relationship as head coaches. I spoke to numerous ECAC coaches, Hockey East coaches, NCHC, I still call it the CCHA, the former CCHA coaches. In all, I probably spoke to 15 people comparing budgets, not calling and asking, hey, what do you make? But what's the range? What's the range of the championship programs? What's the range of the top third in each league across the board? I came in here on the interview process and asked questions internally, spoke with the coaches about their experiences on the road. There was a couple things that we needed to address that Dr. Jackson, Dr. McElroy, and RPI community did step up and have made some changes, albeit not major changes, but definitely important changes. And I can tell you without question, for one, I wouldn't have taken the job if the emotional commitment wasn't there, but I would not have taken the job if the physical, for your question, the financial commitment wasn't there. I am very, very comfortable that across all platforms, it's outstanding. It's outstanding.
I've already indicated the forward-looking commitment we're making and to raise money for it. We built the overall East Campus Athletic Village, which included a major renovation here at the time. And I think there's great opportunity for our alumni and alumnae who care greatly about Rensselaer athletics and about men's ice hockey in particular, to themselves partner with us to step up and support us. We're a private institution, and we depend upon philanthropy. And there were commitments made when we went through our original campaign and the original upgrades and building out of the village. But there's a lot of room where people can do a lot more. And so we will be looking to and speaking to our alumni, our fans, and our friends to step up to the plate and to help us do what we need to do here. Thank you for the question.
Are there other questions? Okay, well, thank you all for coming. It's a wonderful start and the beginning of the Smith era at RPI. And Dr. Susan Smith, thank you for being here. We look forward to meeting your two daughters and having them in their cherry and white. I was told it's not red and white, cherry and white gear as we win lots of games in Houston Fieldhouse. So thank you all for being here. Media, he's all yours.
Dr. Jackson is available. We'd like to do her first, just so she can get on her way, and then we can work on Lee and.
Is okay?
David.
Is it cool if other TVs do this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Do you want to talk to Dr. Jackson? Yes. So let's get her started with that.
So does Sam.
That's fine.
So,
We can people right. We can bring people here. So they can get out.
We'll ask her to come right over here.
You're done, right? We can get. He's getting out of here.
okay. I just
So we can
didn't know
fit
where to go,
more people. We can go right here.